Hey friends, what if your skin isn't aging so quickly because of time, but because your nervous system has been living in overwhelm and survival mode for years? If you've tried the products, the treatments, the supplements, and your face still looks tired, tense, and older than you feel, this conversation might finally explain why. Beauty doesn't begin in the mirror, it begins in the nervous system. Hello, and welcome to the Quantum Beauty Podcast. I'm Keri, and this is episode 3 Why Beauty Lives in the Nervous System. Today, I want to share what I've seen again and again in my work. And within the past year, it really, truly hit me. Addressing the nervous system changes everything when it comes to aging, skin health, and overall radiance. Why is this? Well, your nervous system is constantly scanning your environment for safety or threat. This can be an actual threat and it can be a perceived threat. It can feel emotional, it can be environmental, or it can be the result of living under constant pressure. And yes, it can even be physical. When the nervous system perceives threat, it initiates a cascade of hormones, stress hormones. And when those hormones stay elevated for long periods of time, they disrupt overall hormonal balance, impair the repair process, and accelerate aging. What dawned on me is that forcing biological change, whether through aggressive skin treatments or hormone support, without first addressing the state of the nervous system and the balance of the nervous system, you're never truly getting to the root of it. And when the body is in survival mode, it is actually not in a state of healing or rejuvenation. This explains why so many so-called anti-aging treatments produce inconsistent results, and sometimes temporary results, and sometimes no results at all. And as a holistic skin therapist, it feels important to be honest about this. Expectations are not always met with a variety of skin treatments, and there's a reason why that no one is talking about. True change doesn't come from force and forcing the body. It comes from tending the biology, and that begins in the nervous system. So I will share a story with you. This story goes back to when I was in cosmetic laser school, and this woman came in for laser skin rejuvenation, and I think it was her 5th or 6th treatment at the time. And there was a group of us, 3 or 4 students, that were surrounding this woman, asking her questions, treating her, preparing to treat her. And I remember looking at her skin thinking, wow, this is your 5th or 6th treatment, and your skin doesn't appear very healthy. There was no glow, it was very dull. And this moment struck me because I thought, why? After 5 or 6 treatments, theoretically, her skin should be looking like a whole new skin, a whole new face. And instead, it looked the opposite. And I reflected on this. It's very likely that this woman at the time was not in a state of rejuvenation. too many stress hormones, too much inflammation in the body to really see results. On top of that, add in dietary building blocks. Was she eating enough protein? Was she eating enough fat? What did her diet consist of? Was she hydrated enough? So there's all these factors, and diet, hydration, the way that you live also affects your nervous system. And your nervous system will perceive that as either safety or threat. So I want to offset this experience with another experience I had. And this was years later. And this woman also struck me, but she had come in not for a cosmetic treatment of any kind. She came in to relax. She was very emotional. It was obvious that she was distraught about something in her life. She was in a state of overwhelm. She was in a state of sadness. And she really came in to relax. We had a great conversation, and she perceived. She then went into our sauna and had a session there. I'll specify our infrared sauna. And then we had a class in breath work and meditation. And when she left, she looked like a completely different person. Her skin was glowing. Her eyes were sparkly. She looked uplifted. And I was like, wow, you look really good. And I think I told her that too. Like, you look amazing. And she was smiley and happy. And I told her, you should, you should go out and find a date. But anyway, that whole experience really struck me as well. We had actually lowered her stress hormones and hence lowered inflammation. She had healthy, happy neurotransmitters and hormones coursing through her body at that point. And so it changed her whole look. And I can come up with other examples that form my basis. Another example is when two people are in love and you can see it. They look like different people, different faces. They're magnetic. They're attractive. And you say, what are you doing? Well, I met this guy or I met this gal. And what it is that they're happy. They have healthy chemistry coursing through their body, healthy neurotransmitters, and they feel regulated, and they are co-regulating with each other. And this is what you're seeing. Another example I'd like to give is what we call the pregnancy glow. And the pregnancy glow is a mom who is creating life. She has life growing inside her, and she feels safe and secure, and she's glowing from the inside out. She looks amazing. That's another example. And I'm sure I could come up with multiple examples. Maybe you have an example that you'd like to share. But I think I'm forming a good basis of what I'm talking about when it comes to the nervous system and beauty. And I'd like to go into what dysregulation looks like, what nervous system dysregulation looks like on the skin, on the face. And I'll leave that for another episode, but you can just imagine what that looks like. So I'd like to leave you with this. If your skin looks older than you feel, if the treatments you've gotten in the past have produced inconsistent results, or maybe no results at all. Your expectations were not met. If you feel that maybe your face and your body is resistant to any change, like maybe you feel like, this just doesn't work for me. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It means that your nervous system is not in a state of repair and rejuvenation. And that is where you begin. So beauty isn't something that was meant to fix or force, but it's something that emerges when the body when the body feels safe, when it feels secure, when it feels regulated. And this is really the foundation of my work and the foundation of the quantum beauty method. This book I wrote to help women reconnect with their biology, to reconnect with their nervous system, and to empower them to age gracefully, and to not be afraid of that process. It's a combination of my own life experience and journey, and then it goes into all the nuances of how the nervous system influences beauty, and it's really different. And I even go into the basis of anxiety disorders, and what that means. So it is a really interesting read. I encourage you to get this book. It is on Amazon. Just look up the Quantum Beauty Method. So I want to thank you for watching this week's episode. And until next time.